සංසාර සාරෝග විනීතනී සම් සන්නීත සාතම් සුචිසාරදී සම් සන්ධීරකං සොන්න තනූපලාසම් සංලාපදේසින් පනමේ විසාසම් සංසාබිගං කේවල මෝහනාසම් සන්නාහ කම්මාර රණේ විශේෂම් සංසේවිතන්දාසි මුදාරහාසං සංහාර ධම්මං පනමේ සදාසම් සන්දාස ගන්නාසිත පාපනාසං සන්නාපදන්සිං හතගෝර පාසං සම්පාරගාමින් සුචිසාරවාසං සංවාර සංඝං පනමේ රසාසම් සමන්ත චක්කවාලේසු අත්‍රා ගච්ඡන්තු දේවතා සන්දම්මං මුනි රාජස්ස සුනන්තු සග්ග මොක්ඛදම් ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා නමෝ තංස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දංස නමෝ තංස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දංස නමෝ තංස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දංස. Dear Dhamma friends, now we are going to start our weekly Dhamma class, Dhamma discussion. First of all, I would like to ask you, what do you know about Buddhism? What is your opinion about Buddhism? What is your experience about Buddhism? First of all, let me know what is your understanding about Buddhism. Yes. Yes, good.
I know about the Pali Canon.
Pali Canon.
Not much about it.
Yes, good.
And I know the language of Pali and the Buddha's original teaching.
Good.
Theravada Buddhism.
Yes. Okay. I appreciate your knowledge. Okay, thank you. Miss Pam, what is your opinion about Buddhism? How have you understood Buddhism?
I understand that Buddhism is to teach happiness. In order to achieve happiness, we have to understand our suffering, what causes it, and how to get rid of it.
Yes.
I'm beginning now to understand impermanence.
Yes, very good.
Impermanence basically, we only have one moment in time, that's right now.
Yes.
And it's okay to remember the past, but as long as you understand that it's just your mind, the mind of your mind, and it's not still happening right now.
Yes. Okay, good. Mr. Shan, please say something about Buddhism, what you know.
Tell the same thing that learning is to try to eliminate suffering, find the path to eliminate suffering.
What are the benefits that you have achieved by practicing Buddha's teaching?
Like less stress.
Yes. Less stress. Yes.
Try to stay in the present moment.
Yes.
Not try to live the past or the future.
Yes. On the other hand, there is a very special thing. You have a lot of friends. You are friendly with many people. That is one of the benefits that you have. I think that's the major benefit that you have. He is very friendly with many people. He has a lot of friends, and I think he has no enemy. Okay, thank you for your introduction. Okay, as Ms. Pam said that Buddha has explained only two. One day Buddha said, I have explained only two in the past. In the present, I explain only two. If I explain something in the future, I have to explain only two. What they are? He says, happiness and the path of happiness, the way to happiness. On the other hand, he explained suffering and the way to lead to suffering. Suffering and how get rid of suffering. Only two things he explained. All other explanations in Buddhism can be included into those both things. Okay, now especially when we are going to study, I think all of you know the primary things in Buddhism. However, I would like to explain the very primary fundamental doctrines in Buddhism that is very useful for your understanding. When we are going to study Buddhism, that first of all, we understand the triple gems. Have you heard about triple gem? Yes, that is very important. As a beginner, first of all, we have to understand the triple gem or triple gems. When we wish a person, we say, may the triple gem bless you. As Christians say that God bless you, we wish other people that may the triple gem bless you. What are the triple gems in Buddhism? The triple gems are the Buddha, yes, Buddha, the Dhamma and Sangha. These are the triple gems. What is the Buddha? Who is the Buddha? Buddha was a human being. He was born as a human being. He was born as an ordinary human being, but after he enlightened, he became an extraordinary person because he developed his mind, compassion and wisdom in the maximum level. And he was over human realm, divine realm and Brahma realm, even though he was a human being. And also here, when we consider the Buddha as a triple gem, we consider not only Buddha's physical body. Here we consider Buddha's understanding, Buddha's enlightenment. That is the thing we get as a refuge. We are confident about Buddha's enlightenment. It is not a blind faith. It is an understanding confidence. This is the first thing that we consider when we study Buddhism, the Buddha or Buddha's enlightenment. You know, when we start some kind of activities, we mostly offer something to the Buddha. In the morning time, we offer food, fruit, that we take everything, we offer to the Buddha. When we worship afternoon, we offer flowers, candles, drinks, we offer to the Buddha. Actually, Buddha has passed away. He doesn't need anything. But when we offer these things, our mind is very calm and quiet. That is why we offer these things for our inner happiness. Okay? And Buddha didn't accept anything as materials from us. He wished only thing that he invited us to listen in this message and try to practice it. Buddha always said us, come and see. He never said, come and believe. He says, come and see. come and see, not come and believe. That is the very important thing. The second thing is Dhamma. Dhamma means the teachings that Buddha taught to the world. What he taught? What is the message of the Buddha? As we mentioned before, he explained only two things, happiness and the way to happiness. On the other hand, he explained the suffering and the cessation of suffering. Only two things he explained. His explanation is well expounded, immediately effective, visible results. And here it is very important, Buddha said, whether Buddha appeared or not in the world, this truth is forever. This is a discovery. This is not a creation. This is not his personal opinion. Buddha's teachings, when we study it, it is not his personal opinion, but it is his personal experience. But it is not a creation, it is a discovery. This discovery is forever, and this message doesn't belong to even Buddha. We respect to the Buddha because he discovered by himself. That is why we say Buddhism. But Buddha said very clearly, whether Buddha appeared or not in the world, this truth is forever. On the other hand, this message doesn't belong to even Buddha. On the other hand, this message doesn't belong to Buddhists. This message belongs to every people in the world who are intelligent, who are courageous. The Dhamma, the Sangha. What is Sangha? Sangha means Buddha's noble disciples who are practicing this message and who have gained results as enlightenment persons, who eradicated their defilements or negative feelings in the maximum level. This Sangha means sometimes some monks like me, sometimes like you lay people. Both of us are included in this level when we achieve the highest level as spirituality. And these three things are considered as refuge. They can't protect us. Buddha said he is only a guide. But we have to listen in it, we have to practice it, we can see the result through our life. Therefore, these three things are very important. At the very beginning, when we are going to study Buddhism, they are the triple gems. After that, now we are going to discuss our today Dhamma talk. I have prepared a handout. Then that topic is stress management through Buddhism. This is a current issue in the world. Every year we can see this problem. It is not a new current issue, but we can see it during entire human history. But day by day, people are going up and going forward to the world with the technology, but stress also increases. And according to Buddhism, more stress means same. What is that? More defilement. Defilement, you know defilement? What are the defilements? Defilements means anger, ill will, jealousy, greed, ignorance, delusion, lust, craving. Those are the defilements which disturb our peace of mind. They steal our qualities in our life. Don't give a chance to steal. Don't give them to chance to steal your qualities. And more stress means more defilements. all of defilements can be included into three. There are many defilements in our mind. In various ways we can describe it. But although there are many defilements, we can include all of them into three. What they are? One of them is desire. Desire means not a common desire, it is greed or lust or craving. Desire is one of the defilements which disturb our peace of mind, which brings us stress. The second one is, you can guess what is the second one? There are three major roots of evil or unwholesome deeds. There are three main unwholesome deeds. There are three evils. Yes, hatred, ill will, or anger. Anger is the second defilement. First one is big attachment, craving, lust, greed. As the quality of desire, we always want to get something to near. That is the nature of desire. But in the common sense, we should have desire. That is why you are here. You have some kind of desire to find what is this message, and you have to listen in something. That is why you have here. In common sense, it is good, but when we are going to deep level, it is a big disturbance in our life. The second one is the other thing that is mostly disturb our peace of mind in our day-to-day life. We mostly suffer because of anger, ill will. The third one, what is the third one? Ignorance, very good. Ignorance or delusion. What is the nature of desire? Always we want to catch something to near us. Yes, more. We think that more things, more happy. That is the nature of desire. The second one is, what is the anger? Anger means we have some kind of disattachment. We go away, we reject something. For example, if you have a person who has blamed us, we don't like to see him. And what is the ignorance? What is the ignorance? Plato also has explained ignorance.
Staying in the dark.
Sorry?
Staying in the dark.
Yes. Yeah, staying in the darkness. Buddha also used the same word, darkness. Andhakara. In Buddha's language it says andhakara. You know, one day Buddha said, there are some planets in the universe which has no sunlight. They are said Antariksha planet. Antariksha means if there is a planet here, sun is here there is another planet. They have no sunlight because this planet covered it. Scientists say that there are no beings there because of no sunlight. But according to Buddhism, although scientists can't research whether there are beings, but Buddhism says there are beings there. They are born in the darkness. They live in the dark, and also they die in the dark. Buddha said they have no light there. That is the highest darkness in the world. Buddha said there is another darkness in the world. Another darkness in the world. What is that? Ignorance. Very good. If somebody doesn't know What is the ignorance? So if somebody is in ignorance, it is the bigger darkness in his life than the darkness which is in that planet. What is the ignorance that Buddhism says in here? Yes, not understanding of impermanence. What is our life? What is our life? Actually, our life is only the present moment, because our previous experience has finished. Our future doesn't come yet. We have only the present moment. But because of ignorance, we mostly live in the past. When you think your son, you get remember that your son's behavior. It is not the present behavior. It is the past behavior now you think. When you think your college, your graduation in the future, you imagine something in the future. It is not the just thing, the present thing. We mostly live in the past or future. Remembering past or future is not a fault. What is the fault? What is the ignorance? Yes, when we think something in past or future, if our mind goes past or future, and if our mind lives in the past or future, that is the delusion, that is the reason of suffering. For example, we mostly use that if somebody has blamed you, just now if he comes here, what happens to you? Yes, suddenly you get angry because you remember that incident when he blamed you. Your mind goes to the past and your mind lives in the past experience because of ignorance, because of no mindfulness. If you have mindfulness, you can remember it. But you are clever to understand, now I read only my mind. Your mind doesn't go to past, or your mind doesn't live in the past experience, but your mind is aware of experience. But we are clever to keep our mind in the present moment with mindfulness. Then you have no delusion, no ignorance. Here I am discussing that if we have more desire, more anger, more delusion, it means we have more stress. If somebody likes to decrease his stress, anxiety or mental disorders, he has to reduce his anger and desire. Anger and desire depends on how much we have ignorance. In this level, there are some people in the world, they have decreased their desire and anger. Not only in this period, before the Buddha was born in the world, there were some people who had eradicated their desire and anger for a long time. But they didn't decrease their ignorance. They didn't know about ignorance. Here, in the first level, we try to reduce our desire and anger. How do we reduce anger and desire? There are many steps. There are several steps that we can use to reduce desire and anger. What are the techniques that you can use in your day-to-day life? Yes, meditation also. Meditation also some kind of higher level. But in the primary level, we can use some kind of techniques. Yes, being generous. If you practice generosity, if you can offer something to your close friends, close relatives, then your mind is very calm and quiet. And gradually you reduce your greed by offering something to others. That is one of the techniques that we can use in our day-to-day life. On the other hand, when we are going to reduce anger, what are the techniques that we can use? Yes, practicing loving kindness is one of the meditation techniques. But in the primary level, we can use a technique that discipline or morality. If we have discipline in our speech and behavior, that is one of the techniques that we can use to reduce anger. In the another level, if we practice loving kindness, like may all beings be well and happy again and again, if we can practice loving kindness, finally as the result of practicing loving kindness, we try to practice loving kindness in our day-to-day life. As soon as we look at a person, as soon as we meet a person, we consider that person like my only son or daughter. If we have this attitude, then we have no anger. Mind has no space to anger. First of all, we should understand the main reason why we suffer is anger. That is why Buddha said, on the path of liberation, at the very beginning, we have to practice loving kindness. If you don't practice loving kindness, you are not on the path of liberation, be sure. If somebody likes to go on the path of liberation or purification, at the very beginning, he or she has to practice loving kindness. Not only for the final liberation, but also in day-to-day life, if you like to live with peace, you have to practice loving kindness. That is a great meditation technique that we can reduce anger. And also, these both things are very important to reduce stress in our day-to-day life. And also, in this level, we have a knowledge. We have some kind of knowledge. When we come to this level, when we are going to reduce desire and anger, we may have some kind of understanding about the world. What is that understanding? Now, in this lesson, be sure we are talking all major doctrines in Buddhism. Okay, it is very useful for you. Be mindful. Okay. Now, first of all, we discuss the triple gem. After that, now we are discussing about defilements, and now we are going to discuss very special message in Buddhism, that the Sammaditya, right understanding, right view. The first level, the first one of Eightfold Path. You know Eightfold Path? Yes, I know. You have heard about Eightfold Path. The first one of Eightfold Path is right understanding, or Sammaditya. It is also here, okay? There are 8 steps here in the page 2, okay? The first one is right understanding. If a person would like to reduce desire and anger, he has to practice the first level of Eightfold Path. What is that? Yes, right understanding also can be divided into 2. There are both steps. The first step is the understanding of karmic law. Have you heard about karma? Yes, karma means action and reaction, cause and effect. If we do something, we will have the same result. If we do something consciously, with our mind, with our attention, we will have the same result according to our mental condition. Okay? In this level, we should have a clear knowledge about the karma. Karma is not a creation of a Buddha. It is a discovery of the Buddha. Actually, not only Buddhists, but before Buddha was born in the world, many people believed karma or karmic law. Not only Buddhists, many people in the world actually believe the karmic law. What is the nature of karmic law? If we do something with wicked mind, we will have the bad results because of our mind. If we do something with unclear mind, we will have the bad result. On the other hand, if we do something with pure mind, we will have the fruitful result because of mind. Mind is very clear and pure. This is the first understanding when we go on the path of liberation. If we have this knowledge, we don't give a chance to desire or anger. We always try to purify our mind from negative thoughts such as anger, desire, greed, jealousy. Those are the things which disturb our inner peace. We don't give any chance to them because we are aware, we have understanding. Okay, this is the first level with karmic law. On the other hand, we not only avoid from evil, but we try to do good deeds as wholesome deeds. We practice wholesome deeds, good deeds in our day-to-day life. What are they? There are 3 meritorious deeds. All good deeds, all good actions can be included into 3. These are the 3 meritorious deeds, wholesome deeds, which they are dana or generosity, sila, morality, bhavana, meditation. In Buddhism, it is a very fundamental concept. It is not only a concept, it is a practicable thing that we can use in our day-to-day life. 3 meritorious deeds. In early Buddhism, it is described. Okay? In this level, it says in Buddhism, in Buddha's language in Pali, Kammasakata Sammaditthi. Kammasakata means the understanding of karmic law. Understanding of karmic law. Okay? In this level, we try to avoid, we try to reduce defilements or evil, and also day by day, we try to practice some good qualities in our life. You know, there are a lot of qualities that we practice in our day-to-day life. Buddha said very clearly, it is a very interesting thing that Buddha said, all good qualities, whatever there are in the world, can be, all of them depend on gratitude. You know gratitude? Yes, all good qualities depend on gratitude. That is the primary thing. If you respect your father, your mother, that is one of the gratitude. When you leave here, if you close the door, that is also one of the gratitudes that you can practice. When you wash your clothes, that is also one of the gratitudes. When you wash your vehicle, that is also gratitude. Every good qualities that we practice in our day-to-day life depends on gratitude. That is very important. If you have no gratitude, it means you have no chance to go forward in the liberation. Okay? More gratitude, more qualities, more happiness. And here, you know, in the first level of Sammaditthi or right view, we try to avoid, we try to reduce defilements or negative feelings, negative deeds, unwholesome deeds in our life. And also, on the other hand, we try to practice good deeds in our day-to-day life as much as we can. Okay, practicing generosity, if we can offer something to others, then our mind is very calm and quiet. And also, morality or discipline. We should have a good discipline in our speech and behavior. If we have a good discipline, nobody can criticize us. We live in a society, although we were born alone, although we will die alone, but we have to live in the society with the many people. Then morality or virtue is very important to live in the society respectfully. We are honored, we are respected if we have good discipline. That is very important. If we have good discipline, it means we have no mistakes. Nobody can criticize us. That is very important. And meditation means mental culture. We develop our mind. We purify our mind from negative ideas, little by little. Among these three meritorious deeds, generosity, morality, and meditation. Meditation is the most successful way that we can generate our spirituality. That is very important. You know, when we offer something, we think only few minutes about it. And when we practice some morality, it is more time we can think it. But when we practice meditation, our duration is very long. That is why it is more beneficial. Therefore, practicing meditation is the very successful way that we can develop our spirit. That is very important. The main reason whether we are happy or not is our mental condition. By practicing these meritorious deeds, we purify our mind, we generate our mind, we increase our mind in the maximum level, little by little, practicing good deeds in our life. In this level, understanding of karmic law is very important as the first step of first thing of Eightfold Path. Okay? This is a very special thing. You know, in this level, there are a lot of people in the world, religious teachers, good people, educated people. There are a lot of people who practice this level. But although they have some kind of light in their mind, but still they are in the darkness. What is the darkness in this level? Now they have overcome some kind of darkness, but still they are in the darkness. Still they are in the world. They are in the circle of the world. What is the circle of the world? Born, going to old age, sicknesses, death, rebirth, old age, death. This is the circle. They are in the world. Although they do good deeds, they are in the world. If they think they are negative deeds in their life, they will be reborn in the lower level, lower realm. If their mind is rich in merits, they will be reborn in the higher realm, like human realm, heavenly realm, Brahma realms. They can be reborn. But all of them are in the world circle. What is the reason of that they are in the circle? Ignorance. What is the ignorance in this level? Now still actually already they have become some kind of step in the wisdom. But it is not the real wisdom that Buddha explained. You know, every teacher, every philosophers, every religious teacher, every good people in the world explain their teachings being in this level. They advise us not to do evil, try to practice good deeds. They are the good people. But all of them are in this level. They think that what is their ignorance? Their ignorance is they believe that before they were born here, there was a world. After they will die, the world remains. Before you were born here, It was in America. After you will die, the USA remains. It is true according to conventional truth. We can't reject it. We live. All regulations, rules depends on this level. We don't neglect it. But it is not the real truth. It is only conventional truth. It is not the ultimate truth. Here it is described the ultimate truth. All beings in the world, they go here and there. They are reborn again and again, being in this level. They are in this level. Actually, it is also some kind of truth. But it is only the first level, conventional truth. You know, even guardian deities, even Brahmas, gods, everybody is in this level. Buddha explained the second level, second truth, which is the ultimate truth. What is that? Yes, impermanence or dependent origination. What is the real nature of our life? What happens to our life? If we see something, if we hear something, if we smell something, it means we have the experience in this moment. We always get an example like this sound. Before you heard this sound, was it here? No. After you heard it, does it remain? No. It arises and ceases with the conditions. It was not before you heard it. After you heard it, it didn't remain. Our whole experience in our life that we get through our six senses, this is the truth. Whether we like or not, whether we believe or not, whether we know or not, whether a Buddha appeared or not in the world, this is the reality. This is the thing as an intelligent person to understand and realize and get experience. If a person can understand this reality, at that moment, that person has overcome the circle of the world. He has overcome the circle at that moment. At that moment, if you have this understanding with full mindfulness, at that moment you have no suffering, you have no any kind of defilements. Nobody can disturb your peace of mind. If we can little by little develop this understanding of mindfulness, knowledge and mindfulness, both of them are important. You know, there are some people, they have knowledge, but they have no mindfulness. Mindfulness is more important than knowledge. Be sure. Although you have heard a lot of things about impermanence, if you have no mindfulness, you are still here. You should have not only knowledge, but you should have the mindfulness. Mindfulness is the best friend in our life. If we are angry, if we are stressed, if we have big attachment, if we cry, if we are jealous, be sure at that moment we have no mindfulness. If you are angry, if you are jealous, if you have ill will, if you have desire, if you have big attachment, if you have fear, if you have phobias, it means at that moment you live in the past or future. Be sure. If you live completely in the present moment with mindfulness and with the knowledge of impermanence, at that moment you have no any kind of defilements. 1,500 defilements. There are 1,500 defilements. All of them can be included into 3. But you have no any kind of defilement when you think this knowledge and when you are in mindfulness. Then, according to Buddhism, first of all, we should try to get the knowledge about the karmic law. When we have the knowledge of karmic law, we try to overcome ill will, and also we try to overcome evil, and also we try to practice good deeds in our day-to-day life. More merits, more happiness. Practice in merit is a synonym happiness. In Buddha's language, in Pali it says, Sukho Punya Sauchyo. If you practice more merit, it means you practice more happiness. Because always you remember it, you think it, what you did as meritorious deeds, what you practice as generosity, morality, meditation, all of them can be reminded. Then when we remember them, our mind is very calm and quiet. We have no jealousy, we have no desire, we have no ill will at that moment. And not only this level, as an intelligent person, that we have to become the next level, which is out of the circle of birth. That if you can understand, when you remember something as your previous experience, what you listening, what you heard, what you saw, what you smell, what you had feelings in your body, as soon as if you remember something, you may have an ability to understand, now I read only my mind, not the real situation. When you think your house, what do you remember? Just now house, present house? When you think about your home, do you think the present home?
Yes, of course. You're in the present.
Yes, now you remember. Actually, you remember just now. It is correct. But you think just now house or previous that you saw the previous house.
Right now, in this moment of mind.
Yes. If you see the right now house, you may have an ability to know that who are there now. Are the lights open or not? But actually now you remember the previous house that you saw, that you experienced.
The last.
Yes, when you.
The last memory of the house, like you.
Yes, actually just now when we think something, when you remember your vehicle, now you read your mind as your previous experience. If we remember, if we see the real now, just experience, actually we should have an ability to understand what happens to just now. But we can say, now we remember something. When you think your college, you remember your friends everywhere. Now nobody is there, only security, only police.